What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Trick 10s. Today's episode is all about King Neptune because King Neptune is for sale, and this is a badass jumbo, guys. I'm going to turn this camera around. I'm going to give you the full walkthrough, show you every inch of this boat, every accessory, and everything that's in this rig. It's a pretty dope build. Today's video is sponsored by Lithium lithium batteries. I did just put two 100 amp hour trolling motor batteries in here. I'm going to show you guys those too. This thing's sick. Let's get right into it. Okay, so the boat itself is a 1548 weld built, and it does have a nice galvanized trailer on it. This has the ortho deck, blue, black, and teal turf in it. It's my favorite color of sheet turf that's on the market. All of the handles that are in here have key locks on them. There's a lot of compartments in here. Interior of this boat has the black lights. Exterior has blue lights, and it also has a custom wrap job on here. This is the King Neptune build. Really sick. I love that wrap. Big ups to AG Wraps for that. So let's give you guys the full walkthrough of this boat. Obviously there's a lot going on. Now I built this boat originally as a showpiece, and I let SBFISHINGTV use it for about 2 years, and now it's time for me to sell this boat. But up here we added in two headlights. We got a port and starboard. Then we've got a Minn Kota Maxim. This Maxim has been upgraded. It does have this gas piston in here. This helps on the assist with the deploy and stow. Right behind that, we've got our plug. This is for your nav light. Comes with like a 12-inch nav light you can put in here. And then we've got a stainless steel cup holder. We have 3 of these cup holders with the blue LEDs inside of them. And we have these flip-up cleats. We got one in the front and one in the back over there. Now this dual graph bridge is in here. This was pretty special. This was the first one I ever built, and it turned out sweet. I still use the same exact degree and angle for all of the graph bridges that I sell. And it's got the P-dub on one side, the other side has a SB. Now, originally we were running a 126 up here. That graph belonged to Matt Streichel, so he took that one back. So I have a 93 up here on the front, and I have another 93 on the console back there. We still have a network connector and a power cable up here. So if you want to add a 126 or 106 up here, then you can literally just bolt it on and plug and play, ready to go. To upgrade this pull handle right here, we've got a Bob's handle. This thing is heavy duty, man. I actually really like this thing. I'm gonna have to get one of these for my other boat. Very nice. So the front deck is huge on this thing. It's 8 foot 2 inches or something like that. And it's got lots of storage inside here. This first one right here, this is just for a cooler. You got a deep little cooler in there. Now the way that I made all of these hatches, everything is flush in this boat, all the way from the front deck, all the way out the very back of the transom. It was a complete build. I mean, we tore everything out of here and gutted this thing. There's a lot of metal inside of here. So we've got our first hatch, that's a cooler. Behind that one is a storage box. That's where the black box is at for the live scope. All the compartments in here are turfed, and they do have drain tubes in them. And this boat is symmetrical as far as this deck build, with the exception of this one cooler up here. The center of this, the day box, basically for you to put your phone or your cold tags, whatever you need to put in there. Same thing on the other side. It's a storage box, the same size as this. That one opens up so you can reach up inside of it, and it's got more storage in there. We pretty much built that just for rain gear. On this side, we've got another big hatch. All of these hatches have lights in them too. This one is pretty cool though. I mean, this is a very big hatch. This hatch is actually 36 inches by 16 inches. You got a lot of room in there for tackle. This one has a hidden compartment in the floor. You know, hide your pistol in there or something, keep it out of the way. Something you shouldn't have out. It's a little hiding spot in there. The coolest hatch on this entire boat is right here in the center. Now, this thing is dope. I copied the whole design of this off of my Tracker PT190 center storage coffin style rod locker. It is really cool. I mean, the way this hatch is built, it's all one piece, bends down the face of it. Makes it a lot easier when you're trying to fish your rods in here because you're not pushing them from the top. You can bring them right in the side right here in the face of it. This whole rod locker is 8 foot long. You can fit up to 8-foot rods inside of here. And I think SB's probably had close to 30 or 40 rods in there. I mean, he's had this thing stocked. This also has a power pole in here. This is an 8-foot pole, and that goes onto our micro anchor jack in the back. I'll show you that in just a minute. And it has these dual gas pistons on here to help with the open assist and hold this thing up while you're getting your rods out. That gets us into our side panels. Now, both of these side panels are cool. These are unique, and they had to be over the top when we built this because I really wanted to make a statement with this build. So it does have the cup holder. Now, it's got speakers in here. It's got a whole compartment over there that's for all the electronic switch panel. I'll show you that in just a second. But it's kind of a mirror image the way this side is set up. This one is just a storage box. It's got some turf in there. Your passenger can throw his phone in there, whatever he wants to put in there. Then we've got a big back deck. Now, this back deck does have a pole seat hole in here. The front does not. It could be added. There's a space for it. We did not put one in there at the time, though, when we built this thing. It's got a big Livewell in here. Got some LED lights inside of there. This is like a 25-gallon Livewell. It's got the flow right system in it. It is a very big Livewell. He's had lots of fish in here, some double digits. Won a lot of tournaments fishing out of this rig. It gets us into these back two hatches. Now, these are cool. They open up like a pair of French doors. I really like the way the back of this was laid out. And it works out perfect the way that everything is staged up in here. Now, these are the 2 lithium batteries that we got right here. 100 amp hour. These are trolling motor batteries. And these are hooked up to the trolling motor. Now, I do have a 34 Optimax in here. Now, these 2 batteries are brand spanking new. And this Optimax battery is also brand new. So everything in here is hooked up. It's working the way it should. It's pretty cool. In the other side, we've got our gas tank. We've got a fire extinguisher. And we've got a Noco Genius. This is the 10x3. This thing charges these batteries up pretty quick. I just plugged them in a few minutes ago. And they're already pretty much full. Let's walk around to the other side. Now, the way that I did this was pretty neat. We just put the hole here instead of having like a splash well or anything, and this runs all the way back flush, so any water can just slide right off the back of the boat. And we've got the power in here. That's for his electric start. Obviously, I'm not going to crank it up, but she works fine. And then this cable right here is the cable that plugs in for the micro anchor. Now, I don't leave that one plugged in just for the simple fact that this thing has a light on it, and it'll stay on. And you're not using this very often, but when you do, it's very simple. Just pull that plug over here, plug it in. The thing works like a charm. Back here, this is the port for the Noco tender that we just showed you. And then we have another plug for the rear nav light, another flip-up cleat. I really like these. These are nice because you put them down and you don't got to worry about stepping on them when you're barefoot. And on this side, we've got the same deal as the other side. It's like a mirror image. We've got the speakers, and we've got one of these blue stainless steel light-up cup holders over here. And we have the 93 on the swing arm. This is our main hub for everything inside of the boat right here. And this is really cool the way this is designed because there's screws right here on either side. You can take those screws out, and this whole panel will pull out, and you can lay it flat on this lid. You can get to all these wires in case you need to change anything. This far switch over here, this tells you we got 12 volts running into it. These are for the bait tank pump and recirculate. These are for the interior lights, the cabin lights. The cup holders are hooked up on these interior light ones too. And then we've got the 2 interior and exterior rail lights. And then we've got spotlights. Those are for the lights on the front of the boat. I'll show you those in a minute since I turned them on. It also has a Bluetooth radio in here. This thing is pretty cool. These speakers have lights in them too, and I got a remote for them. And you can basically do all types of stuff with them. I mean, you can set them up for strobes or solid colors. They're pretty neat. This whole panel right here was a whole lot of work to put into this thing, but it turned out really sick. And this red one, that's just for your bilge pump. It's a separate switch. You need the bilge pump. You know exactly where it's at. And then this is the main power right here. Cuts everything on and off. Pretty cool. See if I can reach this one. This is the other big storage compartment. Lots of room in there. I mean, we set this thing up to be a tournament fishing machine. SB Fishing TV has won a lot of fishing tournaments out of this thing. He has taken it all over, and I mean, it's just been an amazing boat. Just super dope rig though. All right, so let's talk about this motor. So we built this custom jack plate. This thing's pretty sick. It's got a little cutout on the top, makes it look aggressive. And the motor itself has the power tilt and trim on it, which you don't really see in a lot of these smaller outboards, but definitely makes it nice. This is a Tohatsu 99 with the 20 horsepower ECU upgrade in it. This motor is only a couple years old. Like I said, it's got the electric start, runs like a top. Boat is running about low 20s, something like that. I haven't taken it out and really tried to run it and play around with this jack plate, but I think that I might be able to pull this motor up just a little bit more, and it'd probably run mid-high 20s, but it is a sweet boat. Now, as far as the layout went, we got lots of hatches in here, and I did change the entire top gunnel cap. You can see the original gunnel cap, it's right here. It's a pipe. It's an 1.25 inch pipe. Well, I came back and I put this piece of 1x3 tubing up here, and I welded this thing in solid, finished it off nice. Same thing up front. We wrapped it into the front, and it really makes it cool because it gives you an area for your LED lights to be hidden, and it also makes it to where you can walk on this. Plus, it just makes it 1,000 times stronger. But let's check out the wrap on this thing. This wrap's cool, man. It's got like the blue Cryptek in it, then the turquoise, the name Neptune. It's got King Neptune back here. And then it's got some of the sponsors that were in this build: AG Wraps, Lancet Marine, and obviously Trick 10s. The wrap really sets this thing off though. And this wrap is only a year old. They just rewrapped this for me when I got it back from them, because SB had beat it up a little bit and basically got like a fresh wrap on this thing. All in all though, this boat is really sick, man. I mean, you're not going to find a boat, period, with as much stuff that this one has in it, especially not a 15-foot John boat. It's a lot of fun. For a boat this size, you can take it anywhere. You can get up into areas that a lot of other guys can't get up into. And if you want to tournament fish a lot of the lakes, the smaller lakes around my area, well, this is cream of the crop right here. We named it King Neptune for a reason. It's not only a local landmark here in Virginia Beach, but it is the king of the John boat builds. All right, so originally when I built this boat, I had like 350 hours into this thing. We went well above and beyond to make this thing way over the top. And I mean, you can look at it and tell that everything in here is very well constructed. And it's been on the water for 2 years now. Everything still works. I had to come back and fix a couple of small things, just some electrical connectors and stuff I cleaned up when I put those batteries in there. But other than that, everything on the rig is still in perfect working condition. Now, everybody wants to know how much. Obviously, if I had to build this boat the way it sits right now, the customer came into my shop, just the metal work that I put into this boat alone would be around $15,000. That's a lot of money. There's a lot of metal in here. Now, obviously, I know that this boat's been used and everything in here is not brand new, but if you calculate all the stuff up that's in here, it's pretty expensive. I'm thinking that this rig should bring in somewhere around 20 grand. Might be a little bit negotiable, but we're going to start out at 20 grand. If anybody's interested in purchasing this boat, reach out to me. I've got clean titles for both the boat and the trailer. I would love to see somebody local buy this rig and keep it around here. If you have any issues with the boat itself, I'm here. I will be glad to help you guys out. I appreciate you guys watching. Hit me up if you're interested in getting this boat. You can send me an email at trick10sjohnboats.com, or you can just call me. My cell phone number is 757-337-9505. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Yes, that is my cell phone number. You can call me directly. Please don't blow me up with a bunch of spam and bullshit questions. If you are serious about this rig and you want some more information about it, I'll be glad to talk to you. I gotta move this thing quick. Now, a lot of guys are on my list to get boat builds done. This might be an opportunity for you. If you're gonna put $10,000 just into the metal work, well, you could buy this boat for 20 grand and you could be fishing tomorrow in an amazing fishing machine. I appreciate you guys watching. I got a lot going on, so I'll see y'all next time. Hit that like, subscribe button. Let's get back to work.